Okay, people, the threat of AI is more than real, and I'm not just referencing some sort of foreboding message a la a Elon Musk type of deal. Like, yo, AI is really becoming something that is eventually, inevitably going to be a core staple to almost everything that we do. I mean, for crying out loud, if you look right now, they have cars that are damn near capable of driving themselves. You have so many different things, and it is starting to escalate to the point of coming to the anime and manga world in a major way, which will have some positives and negative ramifications. Obviously, the negatives is going to be that it's going to put a lot of people out of jobs. And you're probably thinking, well, how is the case? Like, what can AI really do? There's still many things that AI will never be capable of. And believe me, I used to think that, yeah, there's a lot of jobs that AI won't be able to function in. They just can't do it. Like, how can an AI be creative? They're never going to be able to put, these manga authors out of jobs, until I started looking more into AI programming that is capable of creating art. And before we get into this one, if you would just quickly hit that subscribe button and that bell to get notified. We talk about all sorts of different stuff in the world of anime and manga. And if you like more content like this, these discussions where I bring to light some of the craziness going on in the industry, yeah, hit those buttons. I'd appreciate it. And that is one of the things where I was just like kind of devastated to find out. Like, I didn't understand where we were at right now in the progression of the Terminator and Matrix, so to speak, of AI becoming a threat to this industry in particular, because I was kind of like naive to the situation. I just thought like, yo, AI, it could do certain things, but there's just certain things it'll never be capable of. And then voila, I came across this app, which I'm not going to promote it because at the end of the day, this isn't no sort of paid sponsorship. This is just straight up me telling you guys that inevitably, even manga artists, even people that draw their hearts out are going to be relegated to, hey, do we want to pay this guy or do we want to invest in getting this AI to do it? And that's just the bottom line. Like, all they would need is one AI to do the art of multiple different series. And you're probably like, yo, Fornev, you bugging out. And at the end of the day, I also want to throw in, before I even show you guys what I'm about to show you and blow your freaking minds, that, hey, there are some positive ramifications of this. In particular, if you're not a fan of, for example, 3D CG animation, and the reason why the industry is pushing towards that is because inevitably on the back end, it is a cheaper production. It costs way less. Hey, you just make the 3D models, you make the backgrounds, and you can reuse those models for thousands of episodes, as much as you want, because you already got them created. So it's a upfront heavy cost. In the back end, it saves them tons of money. Like, it's just ridiculous the amount of money it saves. And 2D animation will be extinct at some given point because it's just way more cost efficient to go the 3D route. Now, I introduced you that 2D animation has a fighting chance. Unfortunately, it won't include people actually drawing it themselves, but AI, where it's at right now, and I can only imagine, like, I'm just talking about the stuff that is available to the public. We're not even talking about, like, Egghead Island, One Piece reference of, hey, what technology they must already have that they little by little are going to incrementally release to the public in terms of being able to create art. Because while 2D animation is incredible and amazing, and I love and I appreciate and adore the artists that bring it to life, 2D animation in general is too cost efficient. However, what if AI could actually do it? What if AI could actually create original pieces based off of a simple guy like you watching right now, or girl, or hey, however you decide to identify as? What about if you're capable of, hey, I want to see J. Cole playing basketball on Mars, and voila, simple as that. Within 1 second, you're capable of seeing it. Well, let's try it out, because I downloaded this program that is capable of doing just that. Now you're probably thinking like, oh, come on, Fornev, like, what are you talking about? So I'm gonna just show you J. Cole playing basketball on Mars, and let's make it, we'll just do a real photo for right now. J. Cole playing basketball on Mars. Voila, we just got J. Cole playing basketball on Mars. Let's do another one. You're probably like, okay, that was just a trick, Fornev. You pulling some magician stuff. Let's do Kendrick Lamar practicing yoga in New York City. Let's do it again. A regular photo. Kendrick Lamar practicing yoga in New York City. Okay, that's a bad one. Let's try again. It's not perfect. That is a clear example that AI is not where it needs to be, but And yeah, that's not the greatest either. Let's try Kendrick Lamar, rapper, practicing yoga in New York City. Let's try that. Let's add the word rapper. Maybe they can't identify without the rapper part. And I mean, I don't know why they're turning Kendrick into a female, but yeah, like, you get the idea. Now you're probably like, okay, Fornev, you put up some rappers. Whoop-de-doo, Basil. Like, what about anime? You think they're going to be able... Well, no, they've actually gotten advanced. Let's try some. Let's do Boruto Anime Studio Ufotable Style. Let's give it a whirl, see what we can gather. I mean... Again, not perfect, but the front model off rip kind of looks all right. Let's try again. A little bit of a tweak of the pen and whatnot. You get one person to just tweak some of this stuff up. It's pretty freaking scary. Let's try Berserk Anime 2D. Let's see what we can gather. I think this is going to be hard for the AI, to be honest with you. Berserk Anime 2D. Let's do it anime style. Boom. Because we did already like live action. So let's try anime. See what we can gather. Can they do better? I mean, it doesn't look per se exactly Berserk. It kind of looks more like Kingdom now that I think about it. Let's try again. Again, with a little bit of a tweak. I mean, it got the armor down packed. Again, I'm clicking a button. I'm writing something and clicking a button. Let's try again. See what... Again, a little bit of a tweak of the Pizzy. Hey, what am I talking about? A little bit of a tweak and you got yourself a Berserk character model. Now imagine you're able to utilize that and reuse that same character model and then say... Berserk Anime 2D Guts swings arm left. Now closes arm. Right there, within minutes, you can have a whole freaking frame without having to draw it and having these malnourished animators in the studio and in the lab creating and crafting 60 hours a week for less than $1,000. Now, while, yeah, it's a very bad situation of you're going to be putting a lot of people that are very talented out of jobs and taking away a path in general. On the flip side of things, stuff like that is going to be a little bit more possible. Let's look at it on the manga side of things, though. Let's put Naruto as old man manga style.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
Let's see what we could cook up with. Maybe we could get some really dope Naruto as like, you know, old guy way after. Okay, what the hell is that? I'm not sure. Let's try again. That was like young Naruto. That actually looks sick, but that looks more like a Uzumaki horror anime. That also looks kind of cool. Again, it's not perfect. It's not right there where it needs to be, but imagine what this technology is going to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 100 years from now, when all of us are freaking gone from here, minus the... Well, no, I was going to say the queen. The queen is already gone, but yeah! Let's see if we can improve on some Hunter x Hunter when Togashi was down bad. Let's do Hunter x Hunter. Let's keep it simple. Hunter x Hunter gone on beach. Let's just do something very simple. Let's see if we can get something popping. Hunter x Hunter. Let's see if we can improve Togashi's status right here. Holy smokeroni. Wow. Look at that. Again, it's not precise to what Hunter x Hunter looks like, but this is crazy. This is nuts. Now imagine utilizing, and I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar that a lot of manga authors are using this. I'm not going to call out names. I refuse to, but I'm willing to bet that there are a lot of mangaka that are doing impossible tasks that are using this in particular for backgrounds. Let's try a background as simple as we're going to do for manga. We're going to put Tokyo, Japan. Very simple. Do you see what I'm talking about, people? Do you see that? Let's try again. Look at that. That was already sick as hell. Like that. AI generated that. Again. Madness. Look at that, people. Look. Let's try Coney Island Beach in the nighttime. Let's see what we can gather. A manga on Coney Island Beach in Brooklyn, New York. Let's see what we gonna get. Not bad at all, my lord. Not bad. Insane. People, the future of what we talk about is not far off, okay? It's not far off to say that, yo, in the future, it's a good and a bad thing. It's a terrible thing. I want to stress because it seems like I'm devaluating and giving the finger to artists. I am all for the artists. I love artists. I do anything and everything I can to help artists out, whether it be for inspiration, whatever it may be. I absolutely love artists, but at the end of the day, I understand that business is always going to be the number one priority with all of these companies, whether it be anime, manga, light novels, whatever the case may be, and they're always going to to look at the top dollar. And regardless of how much I appreciate and adore artists, eventually being an artist might be one of those things where, yo, you could go get that AI or you could get something exclusive from me. At some given point, art is not going to be something where, hey, you can be an artist one day. Hey, you can do this. It's probably going to be majority generated by AI, which pretty much damn near everything, every job in the world. I mean, hey, have you been to Walmart lately and seen the freaking checkout line where you could just scan and go? Yeah. And Amazon, I believe, is working on something where you don't even have to scan. You just walk, grab the items and leave, and it charges your card. Like, that's how crazy AI is getting. But in particular, in our realm of anime and manga and entertainment in general, this is freaking insane. Let's do Chainsaw Man Denji. I just want to see a basic Chainsaw Man Denji in manga. Let's see what we can get. Come on, baby. Chainsaw Man's popular enough. Come on. What the hell? That's not Denji. Let's draw again. Yeah, it's probably not going to get Chainsaw Man because Chainsaw Man is still fairly new. I'm imagining they're working algorithm based on what they've inputted into the coding of this app so far, but it's freaking madness. And right here, I'm just going to put on the screen so you can see some of the best ones that I've done on my own time of just coming up with ideas. And like, you can see like all of these ones look really freaking awesome and are all 100% completely AI generated. Once the time comes when they can actually just write step by step and not have to draw things, it'll cut out a ridiculous amount of time, and it'll basically be programmers working off of scripts to create animation and art. And it's a good and a bad, because again, it's going to put people out of jobs regardless. Like, maybe you need the people there to overlook and make sure the ARs are going accordingly, but it's going to be a bad thing putting people out of jobs. But in turn, it will save certain industries. Like 2D art and animation is probably going to be saved because the amount of cost is going to be the same thing, whether you want to make 3D or you want to make this. It'll be the same. It's just somebody putting in words into an app and calling it a day. And again, this is what we have available. Imagine what they have that they have not released yet. Like, you know, they release it in increments. This is why the iPhone has been the same shit for the last 20 freaking years. Since, like, I don't even know what phone was the last time they updated it. Was it the 11 or something? Like, the 11 was the same one that they've been using. 11, 12, 13, and now the 14 looks the same. Like, they released it in very tiny increments. Like, what is this technology going to become if it's already this freaking advanced, where I could create full scenery and backgrounds for manga and I don't even have to pick up a brush or pen? What is the One Piece? Let's see what this algorithm knows. Okay, apparently the One Piece is, well, on here we see a bunch of pictures of Luffy, and apparently is that a devil fruit at the top? Maybe a devil fruit in particular that gives you the abilities of all of mankind, or maybe it gives you all of the knowledge of the Void Century. Maybe that's the One Piece. Maybe it's a half-bitten fruit that tastes like shit. I know that's a totally off-topic thing, but I just had to throw that in there. The point being is that technology is continuing to advance. AI is here. Yes, it's going to replace a lot of jobs, but it also could help in certain industries. At the very least, for the time being, as this technology continues to develop, people are still going to have to be able to create the reference sheets beforehand. So this will be a ways off before it's completely perfected where it takes over completely, but we're here, fam. In terms of creating a manga, at the very least, you don't even need to draw backgrounds anymore. One app, we got backgrounds. There you go. And you're welcome. For a lot of people that are aspiring, maybe your art ain't the greatest in certain areas, use this shit. Although I ain't gonna tell you what it is unless they cut me a check. But let me know what you guys think about all this. First of all, does it make you scared? Does it make you angry? Maybe you get upset about this, like, dog, my friend, or me, myself, I love drawing, and this right here is a threat to my job. Like, what are your thoughts on this? And is there any method to, I guess, countering this situation? I think at some given point, it would be beneficial to actually create, and I know probably people are going to be in disagreement with this, I don't care, laws in place that stop AIs from completely taking away from the arts. Because something opposed to, like, other industries, like, you know, building a car, which you could argue that anything is art, right? Like, you're an artist if you build cars, you're an artist if you design clothing or whatnot. But I feel like there needs to be a law to prevent AI from completely taking over every freaking industry, including the arts, art and animation, like, in general. Like, I don't want just robots to be creating all the stuff that I love, you know, soullessly. I want a real person. I want my Masashi Kishimoto, I want my Eiichiro Oda, I want my Tatsuki Fujimoto to give me that soul inside of there, my Gege Akutami. I want all of them. I don't even care if the AI can do it better than them. The way they do it with the soul and passion is what I love and respect about it. You take that away and it's kind of like, what's left other than Terminator and Matrix? Hey! That's all I have for this one. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life, boy! Have an awesome day. Peace in, and yeah, the robots are the ones that you gotta worry about taking your jobs. Like, not anyone else. It's just the robots. Subscribe and hit that bell, by the way, please.
I have a dream, alone in my room as I sit with the tea. Couldn't possibly think what I often see, and you don't even know how I often blink. Lights be flashing and looking at me, such a odd, unique, yet I'm so unique, and you're looking at me. If the walls could talk, they would probably read bleak, and I'd probably say, bitch, get the fuck off me.